By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Hospitalized in Dhekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain.
Why Dhekelia?
The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dhekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dhekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground. Christmas Eve.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun won't be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
The enemy's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert.
Guard post captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction failed. Extraction failed.
There's sheep around. With the local residents gone, they've gone back to the wild.
diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
There are goats around. With the local residents gone, they've gone back to the wild.
Extraction failed.
If you neutralize an enemy without killing him, you can then Fulton extract him. Once we've extracted a soldier, we should be able to convince him to join us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah. Yeah.
use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too. Attach the Fulton recovery device to him. The chopper will then pick him up. A Fulton extraction success rate depends on factors like the individual's health and the weather. He's coming too. Roger that.
Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи. Всем боевым группам, это КП. Все подразделения за боевые позиции. Повторяю, все подразделения за боевые позиции. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи. Противник скрылся из виду. Начинаю поиск. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб. Это КП. Возобновился огонь.
Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you.
Потеряли врага.
They're gonna try to hunt you down.
Поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa! Yeah! Yeah!
Boss, you see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
КП, это Дмитрий 6. Вы закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
Some will
It'll be
rise.
dawn soon. Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detail in Soviet outposts changes in the morning too. Watch yourself.
Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкурите врага. Конец связи.
That's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Marker placed.
Остаемся на чеку. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Getting used to it? After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect warm-up. Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority.
Marker placed. Marker removed.
Go ahead and close the iDroid. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village, the Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route toward... Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Marker
Wrong target,
placed.
boss. Use your binoculars to focus in on Davialo Calais village and mark it.
Marker
Good.
placed.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way. You can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses And these. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Soviet guard post. They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view. You're almost at the enemy outpost, Vialo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village? How about it? Can you see the village from there? Use the binoculars to recon the place. Suppressor's no longer effective. Bear in mind your weapon will be loud from now on.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!